What is the difference in meaning between these two sentences? It's a tall building and it's quite a tall building. What does that word quite mean here? I'm Gordon Morse, your natural English coach, and I'm here to help. There's a certain group of words we use when we want to get more detailed about our descriptions. Here's a few examples. See if you can tell what words I'm talking about. It's not particularly cold outside. He's fairly good at playing soccer. That waiting line is really long. The three words from this group are particularly, fairly, and really. You might notice that they all end with ly, which marks them as an adverb, a part of speech that modifies a verb or an adjective. In these sentences, they all modify adjectives: particularly cold, fairly good, really long. In English grammar, we call this group of words adverbs of degree. We're not talking about degrees of temperature, like 30 degrees Celsius, but degrees of intensity or emotion. The meaning of these adverbs are a little bit trickier to understand, as some of them are dependent upon the context of the situation. These adverbs of degree are used a whole lot in casual spoken English, so it's worth it to learn how to use them naturally. First, let's look at a basic sentence. It's cold outside today. The meaning is clear. But we can modify the sentence with our adverbs like so. It's rather cold outside today. It's fairly cold outside today. It's quite cold outside today. Notice that two of those words do not have ly endings. Not all of them will. In this case, the adverbs of degree are used in these previous sentences to add a slightly stronger feeling. It's cold outside today doesn't have much emotion to it, but combined with a particular tone of voice, someone who says, "It's rather cold outside today," often means it's even colder than I was expecting it to be. Same with fairly cold and quite cold. Adverbs of degree work a bit differently when used in the negative. Let's use the same sentence for an example. It's not cold outside today. It's not particularly cold outside today. It's not especially cold outside today. Particularly and especially have a similar effect on these sentences, but in the opposite way. If it's not particularly cold, it's not as cold as you had been expecting. Same with especially cold. Another common adverb of degree is very. You probably hear it every day you're speaking English. That's in part because of how versatile it is, meaning how easily it can be used in a wide range of situations. It's very cold outside today. It's not very cold outside today. That painting is very colorful. That painting isn't very colorful. As you can see, very can be used in either positive or negative sentences, while other adverbs of degree are usually used in positive sentences, rather fairly, and others are usually used in negative sentences, particularly, especially. There are plenty of other adverbs of degree aside from these. Try and keep an ear out for new ones when you're speaking to people in English. Alright, let's have some practice time. Number 1. What are some things you don't find particularly interesting? Number 2. What do you get quite excited about? Number 3. what animals do you think are fairly dangerous? Try answering these questions aloud and practice them several times with different answers. The more you practice speaking, the quicker you'll improve. If you have any questions about today's topic, or want me to make a video about another tricky part of English conversation, leave a comment below. Also, if you're interested in getting a totally free natural English assessment from me, follow the link to the right. I'll see you next time for another lesson.